1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. The number 2 energy is misunderstood by others, or the misunderstanding that happens here is basically when it comes to power. So the number 2 energy represents feminine energy. And whether you are a man or a female with this placement, feminine energy exists within all of us. Feminine energy is that nurturing energy within us. Feminine energy is introverted energy. It's us going within ourselves and being reflective, or us going within ourselves and nurturing an idea to life. You know, it's like the number 1 energy is that idea to start that new business, that project or whatever. And then the number 2 energy is us putting pencil or pen to the paper and brainstorming different ways how to make it happen, and then eventually giving birth to it. So because the number 2 energy is a laid back type of energy, people can easily mistake this energy to be weak, when in all reality, there is nothing weak about this energy, because power looks different in everyone and everything. You know, that's like you being in nature and seeing this itty bitty thing and not knowing it, that when you pick it up, it's going to shoot out prickly things out of his body and it's going to kill you on sight. But because that thing looks so simple and little, you slept on it and now you're dead, reflecting back on that stupid decision you made by sleeping on the number 2 energy. So yes, the number 2 energy is misunderstood because of its laid back ability. And like I've said in many number 2 videos, is like the number 2 energy has no problem with basically sitting in the background. This is the energy that plays up the main character. This is what would you call this? I always forget sometimes. Basically, this is the supporting actor. And, you know, if you put the lead actor all by themselves, like basically they're not going to be who we see them as, who the supporting actor sells them as. It's like the movie with Will Smith, I Am Legend. It's like, even though he was the only human in there, there were other things in his surroundings. I think maybe even a dog that played that supporting role, that played making that thing into what it is. It's just like me being the individual here and I'm wearing clothes or my hair. It's supporting me being who I am. You know what I'm saying? And yes, when it comes to the number 2 energy and how people misunderstand power in the number 2 energy, what most people don't understand is that basically just because someone comes off like they're dominant, confident, and leading doesn't mean that they're in charge. A lot of the times it is that person who is playing along and feeding their ego and manipulating them in a negative way, or basically controlling them because they understand their emotions and they understand exactly what this person needs and how to show up and be exactly what this person needs. So if I give them this, it's going to make them do that. And if I do that, it's going to make them do this. Now, who is controlling the situation? So a lot of people misunderstand and sleep on the number 2 energy and don't realize that the number 2 energy is in control, even though they appear to not be in control. Because basically you can kill someone with kindness and get them to be nicer to you, you know, than if you were to play into their energy and become who they are. Where the number 2 energy is not going to get dirty. This is like Oshun energy, and brings me to the story of Oshun and Ogun, how Ogun went off into the wilderness and wouldn't come out, and all the different gods or whoever went and tried to do everything to get him to come out. And he wouldn't come out. And Oshun didn't go into the wilderness to try to get him to come out. Instead, she stood at the entrance and started singing, dancing, and playing with her honey pot or whatever. And just from him witnessing how much fun she was having, he wanted to be a part of that. So whether this is male or female with this placement, just from you being you, other people want to be a part of your kingdom or your queendom, because it just looks so soothing. It just looks like a safe and comfortable place to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the number 2 is misunderstood when it comes to their power and their ability. It's like the mother or even the single father that's able to work multiple jobs and provide for their family, basically be a superhuman, go to work full time, and then turn around and take care of the family, help with homework, and do all these things. It's like you can't sleep on that nurturing ability of the number 2 energy. The way how the number 2 energy misunderstands itself is that the number 2 energy doesn't realize that it is good on its own. Like, yes, as humans, we need each other, and basically we're social creatures, but the number 2 energy has the power to move and shake on its own. It just chooses to be a part of, some kind of union, whether it's relationship wise, nurturing children, nurturing a business. The number 2 energy is like Libra energy. It's a partnering energy, and it's able to see its strengths whenever it is in a partnership with others. But I think it's super important for the number 2 energy to not forget how powerful they are. So power is what is misunderstood when it comes to the number 2 energy, whether the number 2 is misunderstanding the power that it is capable of, or others are misunderstanding that power. If you're still here with me, please share your experience in the comment box below, or drop me a blue heart to let me know that you rode out to the end and you are still here with me. I look forward to hearing from you. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.